Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of This is the Future. Unfortunately, I'm going to get Captain Rios on the phone over here. Let him join the party. Just want to say hi to everybody. Show off my forehead, my haircut. All right. There he is.
Well, hello.
Hi. How are you?
Hey, look at you have a haircut.
Yeah, man. Do it once every 2 months. That way I can justify spending $25 on it.
Hey, you got to find some way to spend $25, right?
Yeah, you do. It's hard to spend money these days in America. It really is. Lies. You spend
Lies.
$25 on a beer, man.
You could, but you shouldn't.
Try real fucking hard. You shouldn't. That's right. Happy Election Day. It's a holiday, right? Most stressful holiday of the year.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's a holiday. What'd you get me?
Good news. No, I don't know.
Bag of shit.
Oh man, that's gonna be. Hey, today's the last day that we could talk about this shit, right? Like tomorrow, it doesn't matter anymore, right?
What do you mean, like?
Well, no, I don't mean like don't talk about politics. I just mean like no one can go vote after this.
Right. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, hopefully everyone's out there doing what they think is right. That's good. And tomorrow,
I was told something that we might not find out who's the president, because there's no in-person voting. Everyone's mailing their ballots in, so it might take longer. It might take like a week or two to find out who, or like a week to find out who's the president. I don't really care. That's just the news. But
don't matter to me, boss. They're still going to raise taxes and bend old Tony G over the chair and smack that ass.
Well, I mean, that sounds delightful. Actually,
it's either going to be an orange guy or a pasty old white guy doing it one fucking way or the other.
That's true. That is fucking well. Enough of that bullshit. You ready?
Yeah. All right. What you got? It's blue.
Yeah, it's called a Montucky cold snack. That's what it's called.
What the fuck?
Dude, check it out. Check it out.
It's like you found Waldo.
It's a Deftones beer. It's not really, but it has a white pony on it. Kind of cool, huh?
Did you get it from Kentucky?
No. Or Montana. So, it's called a Montucky. I think it might be brewed in Montana, but yeah. It's a cold snack.
The hops are from Kentucky and they brew it in Montana.
Oh yeah, that's good. What are you drinking? What is that?
Coors. These hops are from a trash can.
Oh, look at you. Coors.
Whatever. They didn't have Peeber, honestly, but it's all the same cat piss.
It's true. It's very true. Ooh, that's good. It's called a cold snack. That's what they call it.
Huh.
It is a cold snack. It's fucking good. I don't know if you can find them where you live at, but you should try them. They're good.
Yeah.
It probably tastes exactly what you're
okay. I'm like, well, it's really good.
But it's good. It's good because it's in a blue can and it says cold snack. Yeah.
That's the hook. That's what does it.
No, yeah, you drink with your eyes, first, and then second with your mouth. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I don't.
No, yeah, all right, cool. We're on the same page. We're both fucking lost. How was your week, dude? Did you have a good Halloween or whatever?
Yeah, didn't do much. There's not a whole lot to do. Watched some scary movies while I was wearing an alligator mask. That's about it.
That sounds about right. Like the whole time, you just wore an alligator.
Yeah, I was just sitting there, and my roommate's boyfriend walked in. He looked at me. He was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm watching movies. What are you doing?" And just like look back at the TV.
Watching movies.
Halloween. What are you doing?
Life inside a mask. Just have
Yeah.
someone throw candy at your face. They were putting candy in leaf blowers. Who started that shit on the internet? Because everyone was
Really?
doing it.
Like they were putting candy, like loading it up and like just
Brrr. Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't have to go near anyone, so that's good.
Well, except all the kids slamming into each other for a piece of bubble gum.
Oh, that's hilarious. That. You kidding me? You saying you don't love that? Tony J would love that. A
No, I
bunch of
didn't
kids.
know it was happening. No one called, texted, fucking gave me a chance to RSVP. No one. I found out after the fact. The fuck is that? You didn't invite me over. I'll slam into some kids for some fucking Reese's Pieces. Love that shit.
Other than that, man, I've just been working and I don't know. I'm trying to write again, trying to write jokes, but it doesn't really work out because I'm not getting up. So, but I'm trying.
I noticed
I'm one of
that.
those people. I have to meld both. I have to get up to write. I can't just write. I know you're different in that way, but like I'm just like
I don't
I just.
know.
Well, you've always been.
Well,
You've always just wrote stuff, written
I
stuff.
can write, but it comes a lot faster if I'm performing. Honestly,
Sure,
you can.
naturally.
I've noticed that you can lose it if you don't use it.
Oh yeah, I am. Whenever the next time I get up on stages, and it's been over 7 months, so it's probably gonna just be really bad. But
But
that's the
so
way it
will
goes.
most other people. I don't. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't think. Well, you can bomb no matter what.
Oh, oh,
You'll
of
probably have
course.
a great time, and then a couple weeks after that, it'll happen. Look, the fuck.
Well, that's the thing is like I remember I'd be like going like 2 months with like like nailing every set or having like at least a decent set, and I was like, it's coming soon, and it's gonna be bad too when it does. I'm like, I know that bomb is coming. I could smell it. I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna be bad too, and it always was. It was always like in front of like a big crowd, supposed to do like 40 minutes, and like it just is like I just like tank. So
Yeah, and you
it
just have
happens.
to. Yeah, then like any joke that works becomes a big win. You're like, cool. I got a couple in 40
Oh,
minutes.
I close strong.
I did a mic the other night, and it's a fucking mic, but yet everyone's treating it like a show, and they're just like, yeah, I liked your set better last week. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. This is new stuff. I've never said it before. One of
Yeah.
them worked. That's awesome. Like, what are you talking about? This isn't
Right.
for you. It's for the assholes out there.
Yeah,
There.
I've always told other comics that I'm like, I don't care if you're here or not. Like you're whatever.
They're the hardest. I mean, we're the most critical because we all do the same thing. We don't necessarily. We do, but we don't want the other person to be successful. But it's harder to make us laugh than anyone else because we know the rules. We know what you're doing up there. We see
Sure.
where you're at, so it's harder for us to laugh. I'm not going there for that shit. But when they work and they laugh, I mean, that's cool, But
Right.
like, yeah, I don't know. For better or worse, it's all I got. So I'll suck on that dead rat till it's dead. We'll wait. Well, it comes back to life. How about that?
Is that a saying?
It is now. I'm gonna suck on that dead rat till it comes back to life. God damn it.
I love those kind of sayings that like make you sound like a disgusting person. But it's like I'm gonna suck on that dead rat till it comes back to life. I'm pretty sure you could have picked a better one, a better thing. Anything.
I like that. I'm gonna use it more.
I love sayings. I love weird sayings. You know what my dad always said? Like when I was a kid, and it's like it's not super funny, but it's like just weird, doesn't make any sense. Anytime he was anywhere in like a public place or around people, and he was like he didn't want to be there, so he'd make up some excuse. He would always say the same thing. He'd always say, "I gotta go. I got something in the oven." Why would you go out if you had something in the oven? You should stay home. It's irresponsible dad.
That's a really good closer. If you just said that, I gotta go. I
Yeah.
got something in the oven after your hour. Whatever it is, it's burnt. That's for
It's
sure.
burnt.
Unless it's a fucking turkey.
Yeah. What have you been up to, man? Haircut. Got a haircut. At least
Yeah, I
you
did
got
that.
that.
I mean, yeah, I'm more exciting than that. Just got back from the airport. I picked my kid up. That's chill.
Oh, cool. Nice.
I've been farting around all day, like with my stupid. They gave me this. You remember that movie Swordfish?
Yeah.
The guy was a hacker and he had like 6 screens and he listened to really cool techno music and build a worm out of, content, whatever he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Trojan worm, whatever. I got it set up from my company and it's 2 monitors and all this and I'm like sitting there and I'm like, some of them block rocking beats, but they don't work. I don't know what to do with it.
That's fine.
I'm fucked.
Dude, that is in like almost every 90s movie, like weird, like it reminds me of like something like The Matrix or Blade or something, where like there'd be some nerd on like 20 screens hacking away, smoking a half burnt cigarette and a Hawaiian shirt or something with too many bracelets on. And like drinking Mountain Dew, and then like Blade's over there killing people, and there's like a fucking techno dance sex club, and everyone's wearing vinyl and biting everybody.
Yeah, that never fucking happens. I've been there. It just never. It never happens. Hackers don't get there's no vinyl sex clubs, so they're not going. It's not happening. But I did that, and I don't know. That'll probably work in a few days. That's cool. I have a funny story. I was at Six Flags Sunday night. Something to do. My old man and my lady and I went. That's the first time I like drank beer. I think I'm on my way to becoming a party animal. We drank beer at Six Flags. It was like I think it's become one of the rides. It's just like they get drunk.
Didn't you go last weekend too, or a weekend after?
I went to Hershey Park last weekend.
And
there ain't nothing to do, man. That's it. So go to parks and walk around, ride some rides. It's Jesse just came from Oregon. So she says it's slow out there. I'm like, well, how do you mean?
It's Oregon.
I mean, like slow or like slow? She's like slow.
She's like a little bit of both.
Yeah, it is. There's no rush. Where's you gonna go? There's nothing to rush to. It's chill. I mean,
right.
No hurry. Here, there's no scenery. You just fly right by it, get the fuck home, and complain about it. Everyone's in a rush. No rush for nothing. But anyway, at Six Flags, we're going. There's one ride. It's called El Toro. It's the best wooden roller coaster in all the land. Debatable, but still, it's up there. They screen the shit out of you whenever you go. So in the summertime, you have a hard time hiding your phone or your keys or whatever. And they have lockers. And so everyone knows the tricks. You try to hide your shit before you get in there. Well, now it's wintertime, so it's really easy to hide shit.
Okay.
Right? You just throw shit wherever and walk on. And it's not without reason, because we've been on the ride. My dad and I were on a few weeks ago, and something of someone's flew right over his head. A phone, a wallet. I don't know what it was, but it probably would have left a dent. In any case, they have like 4 or 5 security guards up there, old fucks in the yellow jackets, they borrowed from fucking dead police officers, wherever they get this shit from. In any case, they're fucking standing there and they're frisking everybody. My lady goes first. She's got a purple hoodie on and big tits, because that's who she is. And the guy says, this only said this not to be sexist. This guy says, whoa, you can't come in. And she's like, why not? He's like, because you're wearing purple and you're too cute. Oh, like he thinks he's fucking great. I'm like, yeah, way to go, Dice Clay. That really worked out. Anyway, I just kept my mouth shut. He had no idea I was with her, right? So I go up. All of a sudden, it's not about nice tits and a hoodie anymore. Now it's like, what's in your pockets? I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? There's nothing in my pockets. Nothing. He's like, there's something in them. I'm like, ooh, mystery. There's nothing in my pockets. Let me on the ride. I already know. There's no wallet, no keys, no brains, no nothing on the coaster. I already know. That's why I had my hands up to get on, asshole. I know. So he's like, yeah, whatever. Get in here. And I'm like, what the fuck is this place? Anyway, my dad, 60-something years old, mellow as fuck. Ironically, he has a purple jacket. My mom bought him a purple jacket, I guess, so he'll never get laid by anyone. But in any case, he wears it. It's a big purple coat, and he wears it, like, bless his heart. And he's just got puffy pockets. And there was things in my pockets, like gloves and shit, but I wasn't taking it out. He literally
Right.
had nothing in his pockets. And I'm walking down the ride, and I look back, and my lady and him are sitting there fucking having it out with the security guard. She's like, something's in your pockets. What's in your pockets? And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, so finally, like, they move him, they tell him to go away, like, not ride the ride.
Really?
I'm like,
They won't let him.
okay.
They
Yeah,
won't let him ride the
fuck outta here.
ride.
So then I'm like, then my lady is like, oh, bullshit, come around this way. And so another security guard starts fucking with me. He's like, dude, we just need to see what's in your pockets. I'm like, asshole, unless you have a warrant, you can't pull anything out of his pockets. Whatever's in his pockets, which is nothing, is going to stay there. I guarantee it. So leave him alone and let him in. Or otherwise you're here all night long with this bullshit. He's like, go ahead. So then we're just waiting in line. And everyone else who comes down the line is like shaking their heads and upset. And so finally I was just like, I just yelled out, what's in your pockets? And everyone just starts fucking dying. It was great. It was fucking hilarious. And I couldn't help it when I got off the ride. I was like, hey, Jersey, what's in your fucking pockets? And the guy's like, shut your mouth. I'm like, shut your mouth. There's nothing going on right now, and that's what I got into. That was the trouble I got into. Yelling at a 65-year-old security guard with him and his cronies. Could fucking hit on my chick, but can't let anyone with a dick through security without squeezing pockets. What the fuck are we coming down to? You know, you keep this up, Johnny, you're going to work in the airport. Watch out, TSA. Here he comes. The fuck? Who cares? Seriously, it even says if anything happens on that ride, they are not liable. So if a tooth goes missing, that's on you. So who gives a fuck what's in your pockets? And the secret is every kid is not going to forfeit their phone. There ain't a kid out there that knows how to let that. I'm not against it. That's cool. But kids ain't paying $4 to put their shit in a locker because that's what they want you to do. And I'm not doing that. I'm tight as fuck. I'm not doing that.
It costs money to put the. That's what they're doing. Okay.
They've always done it that way. I used to put my shit on top of the lockers. Like, fuck you if I can't take it. I'll bring it. And if you steal it, I'll stab you. Easy as shit, you know? But if they weren't charging you, there wouldn't be an issue.
Dude, right? I wouldn't be able to do that simply because I keep too many things in my pockets. Like, I have, like, receipts from, like, 2 weeks ago, you know? Like, change, dollars, headphones. Pot, beer caps, my wallet, my phone, you know, just like, like it's just awfulness. Like,
well, then here's the funny part. It's $4, but Six Flags just decided they're not taking cash anymore.
So they want you to fucking charge $4.
Yep. It's crazy.
I get the whole charge thing because the people are trying to be like more hygienic or whatever because of like COVID and everything. So they don't want to exchange money. So I understand that. But then they should just waive the $4. If it's that, if they're trying to be cleaner and not like pass on the virus, they should just go, okay, well then how about it's just free? You know,
can't do that. Six Flags
is just free.
Going under fucking great. They can't do it. They seriously, they can't do it. They nickel and dime the shit out of everything you do there. They're so fucking cheap that when they're slow, they'll break the rides down or they'll reduce the trains. So there's always a fucking line. And then it's funny because right at the end of the night, all of a sudden everything's just running as fast as shit to get everyone through and out the fucking door to clear the lines out. It's a total business strategy. It's insane. It's like it's pretty bad when you go to American businesses and you can actually tell what they're doing to affect their bottom line. Like you can feel it. You're like, oh, they shut this ride down for 3 fucking hours to save on electricity because there's not enough people in here. Like, Jesus Christ, Six Flags, why don't you just tell us? You know, like, hey, you know what? We're going to be tight today. I'm like, this is boring. I didn't come here to sniff New Yorkers. And trust me, I really didn't. It's fucking amusement parks in New Jersey. And it feels like an amusement park in New Jersey. Like you can't get rid of the vibe. It's like, who the fuck would have fun in New Jersey? Answer, nobody. You feel like you're getting your ass beat the whole time you're there, just metaphorically. It's sad. It's a fun place to be sad. That's Six Flags. My
It's a fun
barber
place.
tells me, my barber, smart guy he is, he says, you know something? He's like, whatever you asked for and they said no to for cash, it was free. And I said, all right, I'm listening. He said, well, technically speaking, if you offer cash, if you offer to pay for a service and they say no, it's free. He's like, now, no one's ever going to stand up for that, but that's the truth. He's like, so if they're telling you you're ordering $40 fucking beers and they're telling you card only or whatever, then it's free because you offered to pay and they declined your payment.
Oh, okay.
So I thought, boy, wouldn't that be fun?
So that's like a weird fine print thing, right? Where you could like, if you wanted to, you could argue that, right?
Yeah, right. But I mean, all you're going to do is get kicked out by security. You know what I mean? That's the real America. The America's like, yeah, you have rights until the cops show up and they just tell you to fuck off. Then
Right.
don't worry about that. They're not rights,
But
they're
wouldn't that be
privileges.
fun though?
It would
The
be. I mean,
argument.
maybe I'll do that at the end of the year. You know, something for fun. I'm here to have a party.
Yeah, man. I haven't been to a lot of amusement parks. I know you haven't. That's kind of your thing, and like we've rode a couple small rides and shit like that together. I think at Oaks Park, but here in Portland. But yeah, I just never. I like them, but I never seek them out. You know what I mean? It's never like, oh, I'm gonna. And plus, there's not a lot around here, so it's not like
You can't be a coaster junkie in the Northwest. There's only 2 fucking amusement parks
it's
in
not.
2 states.
But even if I lived like, let's say like where you live and where there are places to go, like I still think I would like, if you're like, hey, let's go ride roller coasters, I would go with you a couple times, but I would never seek it out. Right. You know what I mean? Personally, it's just one of those things where it's fun, but I'm like, yeah, you know.
But I'm usually the guy that's like, hey man, I'm going to the amusement park, who wants to come? And then someone will hop in the car and we'll go. But what people don't know is like, I'm doing this shit like every week. I'm just inviting different people.
Right.
But there's really nowhere to go now, and there really ain't shit to do. And living around all these grumpy fucks, you need an escape. I mean, at least you can go to the woods and sniff some pine or something out where you're at. You could probably get a few feet between you and the next asshole, you know, if you go out far enough. But
well, I mean, that's why I've been going to. I always go to the coast, the Oregon coast. That's kind of the thing. And recently getting out and going skating again. So those are like the 2 things that I like. Those are my, you know, roller coasters, so to speak. Like,
right.
The things I like to do.
Well, then
I went to.
Go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
I was going to talk about a skate park I went to recently.
Which one?
It's on the Oregon coast. It's in Lincoln City. And I'm not exaggerating. You've played Tony Hawk Pro Skater, right?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
It's like that. It's like dream shit. It's like crazy. You're like, this is scary. Like the park, the bowls and stuff, because they have a very limited street section. It's all vert and all bowls, you know. Whoa. It's all like big ramps, and they have this thing called a snake run. And they have a snake run in Redmond, so I was used to riding it, or I could remember riding it, and but it's fucking ginormous. And what it is, do you know what a snake run is? Can you imagine it?
Yeah, I did it in Redmond.
Yeah, it's that. So it has, if people, the 8 of you that watch this, this is what a snake run is. It's basically, think a ginormous sperm. There's a bowl at the end of it. And it's a big bowl. It looks like a head. And then if you were to look from like aerial view, it would look like a sperm. It would go like this. And it has hips that you're supposed to hit this hip, that hip, and go like this. And then carve the big sperm head and come back. And that's what it looks like. Especially the one in Redmond. The one in Redmond looks like a big sperm. Everyone called it the sperm run. They called it the sperm bowl because that's what it looked like.
But it's called a snake run because it's shaped like
a but it looks like a sperm. Sure. It might be called whatever, but it's still
There's this thing called a snake run. Let me think. How do I describe this? A sperm. or a snake. No, it's a
Uh,
sperm. Ain't no snake with a round fucking head at the end.
a sperm is just a snake that turns into a kid.
All right.
That's all a sperm is. It's just a kid that just a snake that turns into a kid. That's all it is.
Okay. Ah, so that's why you're not teaching high school anymore. Got it.
Exactly. I think I would be a fucking really bad teacher.
The worst part is I think that both of us could become teachers if we apply just play the game. I don't think I could play the game, but if we did, I think we could pull it off. I don't want to
Really?
at all, but
Huh.
I
I think
do.
that
Honestly, there's a part of us that's that we're good. Yeah, I think we could pull it off. But I'd have
I
no
think
desire.
I would probably get expelled.
I don't see the point in spending more money than you get paid, more money to get an education to be a teacher than you get paid fucking yearly. And a lot of teachers
Mhm.
don't get paid dick.
Right.
It's a fucking shame. It's like when you meet one of your buddies, like, hey man, how's your lady? Be like, oh, she's cool. She's a teacher. Be like, oh, so you guys can't afford to go out tonight then? Or
Yeah.
like, no, not really. I'm like, it's nothing against that. It's nothing against they get paid like shit. That's
So
all
what
there
you're
is to
trying to
it.
say, what you're
It's
trying to
nothing
say is,
against people being teachers. I fucking love you for it. Someone's got to teach these assholes, but that's
so
tough.
what you're saying is all teachers are really stupid because they didn't pick a better career.
Alex, no. I'm saying you're getting fucked over by rich ass politicians who think it's more interesting to fucking put money into business
I
and generate
know.
profit than some fuckhead who makes 30 grand a year putting up with my fucking high ass teenager.
I know this is a comedy podcast or what have you, so I'm just making a joke.
I know. I can't because I feel bad for fucking teachers because I know like 1 out of 100 makes like 75 grand a year. I'm just like, why can't everyone else make money doing it? You know, I mean, it's just I
Mhm.
don't know. I wouldn't want to put up with all that fucking drama. No way. And you got to pick out nice outfits and shit. That can't be cheap. How do you put up with it? I don't
And there's all those sexy kids running around you.
know. Not it. I didn't fucking say that. God damn it, Alex. Oh shit.
Oh, good thing I learned how to edit.
What is this? Fast Times at Ridgemount High?
Yeah.
Go fuck in the dugout.
I'm only playing. Everyone calm down.
I love it. Keep going. Says the guy with a fucking teenager.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus
Well,
Christ on a popsicle stick. Hey, have you ever given anyone a massage where they were going to the bathroom?
no.
Really? You of all
No.
people?
Mm-mm.
Thought for sure.
I don't think I give very good massages.
Yeah, but have you ever like just rubbed someone's kidneys while they're going to the bathroom?
No.
Hmm.
I've gotten what is that called?
Oh no.
A grundle? A grippy?
What were you? What
Uh,
happened?
yeah. I'm not gonna. I've
Okay.
already incriminated
Okay.
myself. I've already done enough.
I don't know what that is, man. So I was gonna Google it, but I don't know what it is. It's okay.
You know what it's called. It's called something. A grumpy, a griffy, one of the seven dwarfs. What is it called? I don't know.
I got dwarfed last night.
Why have you?
Well, because I have, and then I realized that I do. I don't know. It's just like when my lady's on the toilet, I'm just like, hi there, and I just start like like giving her a back massage, and like she's using the bathroom, and I like rub down her kidneys, and she just starts moaning and shit. I'm like, guess this is legal. Let's keep going. Just like massage their glands, and then I mean, why not get rubbed out while just
That's far out, man.
COVID's really got me bored, man. I'm looking for entertainment anywhere I can. So kidney massages during a piss, I'm in.
That's you. You should be a teacher.
There's shit in this book, but we're not going to read it. Check this out.
um, Like wait, like when she's going number 2, when she's like taking a dump.
No, I can't hang for that shit. Pun intended. I'm not around. But if you're paying,
But
I
what if
asked.
you give
I'm like number 1 or number 2.
But what if you give too good of a massage and all of a sudden,
Then she has to clean the toilet because if she frosts that shit and it sticks, I'm not cleaning it. You got to use your fingernails to get the bowl clean. It's fucking nasty. I'm not doing it. I don't. If I'm rubbing your back and you shit, that's up to you. Just don't do it on me. I mean,
I think this is probably one of 3 episodes that we've landed on shit talk. I'm just saying.
all right.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone appreciates it or hates it, but
It's not terrible. That's kind of funny, I think. Like, just imagine how many. I'm just someone who watches this is like, actually, I have had that done, and it's not bad. Or another person's gonna be like, "Who's not doing that? The fuck?"
Yeah. So wait, do you like straddle her, like stand over top of her, like like stomach to stomach?
Well, like they're on the like they'll be like she'll be on the toilet,
Yeah.
sitting because that's what they're supposed to do, and then
Right.
I'll just lean over her and rub her back.
Huh.
And I didn't do at first time. I was just fucking around, I was just joking, and then like she was using the bathroom and she's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Fuck is this?" So I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Ooh, oh, oh." I started getting a rhythm. I'm like, "This is cool, man." And she has like a rash because I rubbed her too much. Whatever, it was fun.
That's
It's like a
fucking
lamp,
good.
but things come out.
You know, that's pretty cool, man.
Thanks, man.
I think if I tried that with my girlfriend, she'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Wait, you could have, I was just thinking about this. You could have them sit on the toilet the other direction. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like a motorcycle. And then you
Uh-huh.
just get behind and just give them a massage.
Oh yeah, and it's fucking.
I'm bringing, you know what? If it gets me out of my corporate job, I'm willing to do toilet massages. I'll go to your house. Just let me know when you got to go. We'll time it. Take some X-Lax. I'll put a mask on, safety first, and I'll just rub your spot. You got to be a female. I'll rub your spots, and then you can dump and poop, and I'm out. Leave the money
Man.
on the dresser.
You're a good friend to some people, Really good guy. Over there rubbing people's kidneys while they take a piss. Yeah, you could be like a really innovative sex worker, you know that? You could
Right?
do in calls and and go to people's house and get paid however much, and you could wear some Daisy Duke shorts, a mesh top, and just go rub people's kidneys and then get paid for it.
I would show up looking more like a janitor in coveralls, maybe with a
Oh,
pleasure. I'll have a pleasure plunger, like just something like where I find a spot to do that on your tummy to loosen things up, and then you flip around and I rub your kidneys and you just, you know what I mean? Like you won't need to drink. You ever heard of the hot coffee enema where
of
they
course.
pour hot coffee
Yeah.
up your ass and then everything that never came out comes out?
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, I
Yeah.
want to do it with a plunger and a kidney massage. You know what I mean?
Hey, at least you're passionate about your work, man. You know what they say: if you love what you do, you're never gonna work a day in your life. So
That's right. You're absolutely right. I'm staying busy, damn it. You gotta create your own industry out there. You gotta give them something they never had. And this is where we're at. Massaging people while they go to the bathroom. It's new.
Well,
Just blow up a fucking toilet. And then one other thing I've gotten into was I kind of did it as a joke, but now I just get into it to keep my rhythm. I started singing show tunes while I'm fucking, but really, I'm not fucking around. I know lyrics and I got the rhythm. I haven't sang. I got rhythm, I got music, I got my girl who could ask for anything more. Because
wow.
fucking at 3 p.m, because there's nothing going on, and I can hear my neighbor picking her nose, and I can hear him picking my ass or his ass. So I mean, it's paper thin. I know they can hear us fucking because she ain't quiet. It sounds like the number 9 train coming home. It's just really loud. So I was just like, well, if I sing, then people just kind of, it's not, I just feel like it gets so loud, it's kind of embarrassing. So I'm like, well, if I sing, then people are like, oh, they're just watching a movie. And so the other day it was just like, he rode a blazing saddle, just sang Blazing Saddles. But the best part is she started keeping time.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
It was great. Best 37 seconds ever. It was really fun.
I mean, that's pretty good, man. I mean, because then, like, you could, like, if you keep on singing, you know, it'll distract yourself and it'll give you more stamina, you know? You won't be thinking about it, yeah?
Or you're not thinking about how you're not really performing at all and your dick gave up years ago and now you're just trying to come up with clever shit to do anyway.
Yeah.
Wherever you're at in life. It's called Sex at 40. That's what I'm calling the book.
Yeah, well, you know, your mind wanders, you know?
Mine does.
Wandering mind. Yeah.
I think I could fucking put up some Lincoln Logs, you know? I think I could multitask these days.
Oh, yeah?
Well, like, what about sex and Jenga? Because you got to be really steady. Like, what if you have, like, a sex party and like, everyone's fucking, but you got to, it's your turn. You're like, fuck. That'd be fun. You mix it up, America. Come on. Shit's getting boring. We're running out of fucking corporate crap to do. We got to come up with our own activities. I mean, everyone ruined all the good activities. Like Tide Pods, we did that shit when we had everything. We need those things now. Now we need those. There's not that many jobs. People should do like dangerous things that could get them killed, because if it does, we'll have a job to give out. And if not, then we'll have a new trend.
Right.
And it's just, now's the time to do dumb shit. Just saying.
Well, fortunately, there's a bunch of dumb shit to do always, you know, so.
Like what? What do you got?
Well, I mean, I've done a lot of dumb shit, you know. You've been there for a lot of it, so you, or some of it at least, so you should know.
I was just wondering what kind of dumb shit you've been up to lately. Has COVID spawned anything weird or new in your life? Like I've obviously just outlined for mine.
Probably growths on my liver. Probably that. Probably. Probably. I mean, I'm just saying that's about it, because at the first like 4 or 5 months, there was nothing to do besides drink. So like,
you're not wrong. I mean, I did it for 10 weeks and I went back to work, but seriously, you've been at it for like 6. I mean, now you're fucking around a little bit with work, but at least a good 6 months where you're getting paid. So there's no real money problem. I mean, you just less stress from money, but
right. Well, I mean, we're about
to give people more money than they're used to making and just give them off for 6 months.
Right. We're about to open this week, so I'm about to be working stiff again. So
yeah. I mean, there's supposed to be a meteor coming tomorrow or something, so we're good.
Oh, really? Cool. That's far out.
It'd be cool if it did.
We're due for that, I think, as the human race. I think we're about done.
I think there's a lot of people on this earth that are kind of like, it'd be all right. Like, it's just with enough of this shit going on, you're like, really?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you could do it. It's all right.
Well, I mean, just think all right. Our all individual lives are pretty short in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. Think about how long we've been doing this as people. As the human race, we've been doing this for a long time. Why don't just, we could be the new dinosaurs. You know what I mean? Like, sure. And like, in a million years, a new fucking some sort of breed of people or dinosaur animal or whatever will find our bones and find a Harry Potter book and think that's the Bible and they believe in Harry Potter. So I think we're done. I think that
Lord Voldemort.
That should happen.
This is going to be dark, but I don't give a shit. If it's all going to go down, I have a request that I get to watch the 1% not be happy. Like, I want to watch them go down first. You know? Just it would just be cool.
That's not dark. That's spot on. That's the way it should be.
Cool. Just, you know what I mean? Like, they go for some reason. And then we get 6 months to pillage all their shit and have fun with it and, just ruin all their paintings, whatever it is. We just, kind of like go Jack Nicholson Joker on everything. Like, leave our mark, Just have fun for 6 months. Go to all the places we weren't allowed to go, all the nice hotels, all the rich ass homes. Just experience it because they're all dead, and then we'll go. But it'll be funny. I
Right.
just want to watch those people, just not have fun. I want to see it, or just
Hmm.
watch them lose all their fucking money. That'd be neat. You know,
Right.
seriously. Because I don't know who was saying it recently, but they were talking about how like this Dave Chappelle or someone. He's like, the rich make fun of poor white people. Like they call them like poor folk. It's like, yeah, exactly. Like we might be white. I mean, but I'm fucking broke. So I'm not all that.
Right.
I still got a ladder I want to climb with broken rungs on it. You know what I mean? Like I want wealth and all that bullshit. I mean, kinda. I just don't want to have to check my bank account when I buy a burrito. That's all.
For real. Yeah. That would be nice to know, like, getting, a $12 meal or whatever isn't gonna fucking ruin your ruin the next week for you, So I understand that.
Well, imagine I was pondering this thought. Those who are wealthy tend to get a lot of shit for free, and they're always nickel and diming the system.
I know. I know.
Why? I have an answer. Because the number is the goal.
Mm.
When you're really concerned about how much wealth you have, that's the game, how many fun coupons you can hoard for yourself, then it's just like, oh, no wonder you're a tight ass. You're worried about this stupid number that you have. And I just like that number to just burn up in front of them. You know?
Right.
Like,
Hmm.
okay, so this is called a mop. You can swing it, but you ain't gonna be able to pay your fucking rent with it. Give it a go.
Right. No,
That's
it'd be
neat.
it'd be great to have one of the billionaires that have to go get a real job that, a fucking 9 to 5 that pays nothing, that doesn't have health insurance and it's dangerous. There's cameras in the kitchen that watch you to see if you're stealing food to eat. There's no health insurance.
Yeah, no shit. And, the only thing I was thinking is like, you couldn't do that to a Kardashian. Like, they couldn't be famous already, and then they lose everything, and then they go work a shit day job. Because if they're already famous, they're just gonna have a fucking YouTube crew follow them around, and they'll just become famous for working a shitty day job. When you have that popularity, and we pay for popularity, then it's like, fuck. Like I want to see someone. I want to see the Kardashians like really have a fucking hard time. I know their lives aren't easy, but still, I want to see them be like, I really have to work at McDonald's. This is
Right.
fucking funny. It is.
Yeah.
It's funny. I'm working with Kim Kardashian. She looks like shit. She can't afford makeup. This is great. Someone just
I
called her a
know. And like,
bitch and she's crying. We're out of French fries and she's losing her mind.
and then like watch her get fired for not having a good work ethic, and then have to like watch her to have to go find another job instead of
Right.
McDonald's, just to go apply at like Taco Bell or Burger King or something.
I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see her. Like, I would be neat to have someone that famous. They're about to get fired, but the manager's like, "Listen, this isn't working out. You suck. But before you leave, because you're fired, clean the fry bot. And if you don't know what a fry bot is, I do, because I'm an awesome guy and I've had amazing jobs. The fry bot is the thing they put all them damn French fries in. It's a big plastic metal monstrosity that generates and fills the fry baskets. Well, guess what, kids? That thing gets covered in fucking grease, like covered, like really, really, really good. Like paper towel and paper towel and paper towel. You got to clean that every night, inside and out, baby. It's like climbing inside a pig and having a party. It's greasy as fuck in there. I'm serious. I still have it in my pores, man. And I only did it like 15 times. It was
I'm
great.
in a pig and trying to have a party. I love how all your analogies have to do with like animals and them being dead or something.
I watched a couple horror movies this month. Whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Uh,
have you seen Doctor Sleep?
no.
The sequel to The Shining.
No, I haven't. Mm-mm.
Not bad. They
Is
couldn't.
it?
I mean,
Is
they
it?
couldn't
Is
get
it?
all the same actors, obviously, to play the roles from 50 years ago. But
How old
good.
is it?
1 to 2 years.
Oh, okay. So it's fairly new.
Ewan McGregor. That the guy? Yeah, the
That
guy
that's
from
a
Train Spotting.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's in it.
McGregor. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
actually explains The Shining a hell of a lot better because I didn't really understand like what the shine meant and like how that worked. Well, it makes you want to watch the second one again, the first one. The second
Mhm.
one makes you want to turn around and watch The Shining again because you have a
Okay.
little bit better understanding of exactly what the fuck was going on there.
All right. And it's called Mr. Sleep?
No, I believe it's called Doctor Sleep.
Doctor Sleep. Mr. Doctor,
Whatever. What's the difference? 8 years in education.
Um Speaking of doctors, it's about time for music unless you
No, I'm in.
has
Oh,
nothing to do with doctors. Has nothing to do with doctors. But
yeah, but LA Witch is fucking awesome. I mean, I liked it. I
yeah,
like.
man.
What do you? I am curious about what you thought of this one. Like, from a, what do you think?
Yeah, LA Witch and the record was Play with Fire, right?
Yeah,
Okay. And yeah, man. I was down there. They sound a lot like, like that 70s like 70s rock, the kind of like the Black Angels, like that sort of vibe. Yeah, I dug it. They're I listened to their other album too. I
the
think
one
they
before
have
that.
two albums, and yeah, they have Play with Fire, and then they have, forget the other one, but they have another one and an EP. Yeah, that. Oh, you got both of them. Look at that shit. Yeah, that one's good too.
Yeah, it's hard to say which one was better. So, but I mean, they're both. This one's awesome. It's got It opens with "Kill My Baby," which I sounds really dark, but it's actually really
Yeah,
good.
that is probably my favorite song of theirs. I know it's not the album that we were reviewing, but that so far that was my favorite song as a whole from them. But Play with Fire, that's a they're a good band. I'm glad that you suggested them because they're fucking super good. They're like it's just a three piece.
Yeah,
Bass player, guitar player that sings, and a drummer. And that drummer fucking wails. I was watching her because I was watching some of their live shit. Like they played in like a for like a radio, like did a live thing for like a radio station here, like in Washington somewhere. I forget what it's called. They do like that live streaming thing, and it was a couple years ago. And
was that like a
yeah,
Tiny Desk concert or something?
it's like that. It's not that,
Gotcha.
but it is like that.
Gotcha.
And yeah, they played a handful of songs. I was just watching the drummer, and she's just like she's playing fucking hard too, and you could tell because like the bass player and guitar, they're not quiet, but they're not like super distorted.
Right.
It still rocks, but it's like they're not super distorted. But like the drummer's playing super hard, so it makes it sound like I don't know, this makes it sound full and big, and she's just wailing on those fucking things, and they're fucking good, man. I like them a lot.
It's a band I could see like. I mean, there could be a pit. People would move to that a little bit.
No, yeah, man. They're
You know what I mean? It's rock and roll. It's biker music. I mean, the second album actually they talk about dating a guy with a motorcycle. Like,
yeah,
I mean, it's exactly.
motorcycle boy,
I've
whatever.
always loved that shit. I grew up with the Munsters, the Addams Family, and rock and roll. So that whole Elvira look,
Yeah,
the vinyl and oh, smack me around. I love it. And women that are fired up with rock and roll, that's fucking awesome to me. I mean,
right.
it does happen, but when they pull it off, I don't know. Something about it. Something about females, like I don't know when they hit it. I almost prefer it.
Yeah,
It gets me going, man. It's not just a sex thing. It's like fuck yeah. That's about a pissed off woman that isn't mad at you. Like
right.
wow, cool. Like I want to kill my baby tonight. They're like yeah, no, I didn't do anything. Fuck yeah. Bitch is mad.
Sam,
I didn't do it.
Sam, they're gonna kill him, not
Yeah,
me.
he's in big
Not
trouble.
me this time. It's gonna be him over there. I'm
I'm
not in trouble.
good. I'm good. I bought the record. I'm a nice guy.
I'm a good guy.
I've always dug that shit. I mean, I've always been. Obviously, you're brought up with your influences, like your parents brought you up on rock or whatever. But it just seems like there's so many more bands. It just seems like the whatever rap or hip, whatever that's called these days. that still has most people. Rock isn't number one anymore, which is totally fine. I'm just glad it's around, but it just seems to be even more rare to find people that are interested in playing music, learning instruments, and not just, fucking, what is it called? Where you just get a beat track and just, rap over it. It's fine if
Oh
you
yeah,
do that,
yeah.
but there's something to be said about three people that bother to learn their fucking instruments and rock the fuck out and pick rock and roll. Like you said, 70s rock and roll, like Joan Jett, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is what it reminds me of. Like, it just reminds me of. It's like, it's kind of like it's Doors-esque, you know what I mean? Like that,
Yeah.
like that, that 70s rock that reminds me of like leather, heroin, and a snake. You know what I mean? Like, that's what there's three things that it reminds me of. It reminds me of heroin, a bunch of leather, and snakes. Like, like when I heard their music, I'm like, it's witchy, you know? So I'm like, it's like, yeah, it's fucking.
Right. I think they'll actually, I mean, they'll be on the music circuit for a while. I found them because they played Levitation a few years ago.
Okay.
And they picked them up when they had their first album out. But it's just, I was listening to it, the motorcycle one. She's like, my motorcycle boy. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, if I met these chicks, I don't have a motorcycle. I have a station wagon. So that's not going to work. But I was thinking about The Jerk. You remember Steve Martin in The Jerk? In a certain scene, he meets a biker chick. The she rides motorcycles through fire and shit. I could see myself like that song, like revving up and shit, except it's that gnarly chick and I'm the guy on the back, with the high watered pants, holding on for dear life, naive about everything. That's how I picture a music video of that music with me in it. Like these chicks are tougher than me. Like I like that. Like I don't like they'd slap me around a little bit, maybe beat me with a bullwhip and send me home. That kind of stuff. I like that. Fun. I wouldn't date a chick like that like to abuse me, but once in a while in my life I found myself in a pickle where I was tied up at a bar and getting slapped around and asking for more. It's just
that has happened. I've seen it.
Oh yeah, but that was that was a performance. I mean, just for fun.
I guess we could call it that.
People were cringing.
That was a weird show, man. When I think back about it, I'm like, wow, we did that in front of 13 strangers. Well, 2 strangers. We knew the rest.
And no one collected money. It was bad. It was the worst set of my life. I hurt for 4 days.
I think you had a good set. I think the show went good. It was just a little violent.
I don't remember anything. I just remember getting hit, and at one point, like yelling, like "fucking stop!" And she's like, whoosh. I'm like, God damn it! What's going on? Thought you two liked each other. What the fuck?
No.
Tell me that shit ahead of time.
Yeah, that was. I just wanted other people to feel my pain. That's it.
I felt it. Other people felt it. I think someone got hit with a piece of my flesh. Who knows?
Yeah, there was a couple of times because. All right, we'll explain the show. What happened? It was your going away show or birthday or something like that. What was it? You were leaving.
Yeah,
right?
Leaving. Yeah.
And you were leaving Bend, and so we had a goodbye show. I came over from Portland to do it, and I was hosting it, and it was going to be a roast, and everyone knew it was advertised as a roast, but it was one of those moments where you start, as a host, it started off, this is a roast, and you start making fun of people that are going to be roasting you, and then everyone kind of pulls back, and you have to be like, hey, remember where you're at? It's a roast. It's comedy.
Right.
So they were already kind of like, taken aback by jokes. And then an ex-girlfriend of mine, I brought her, and she dressed up like a dominatrix kind of, that sort of feel. I don't know. She had like some kind of mask on. And she went out and bought a riding crop. And you dressed in ladies' clothing, I remember, and I think you were tied up, and she beat the shit out of you in front of people. I think after every joke that someone told, you got a slap. I think, like, after every punchline.
Fuck yeah. I didn't know that she had done this professionally or something. You're like, yeah, dude, she does this. I'm like, What do you mean she does this? Like she's maybe
No,
had a
not
job or something.
professionally. She's just kinky.
Oh, I thought she was employed for such activities. I was like,
No,
oh, I'm
no,
in
no,
deep shit.
no. Just like she's just, you know,
Just
has
into
maybe done that to people in bedrooms.
we're outside
Not
of
not for
bedroom.
not for pay,
No.
but
Well,
she
she
never did that
did
to
it
me.
like a
I,
pro.
I wasn't into that.
I've been beat
I'm
by
not
a
into
pro.
being smacked. So
Yeah, she got me. She got me. Well, the crop was new. It was heart shaped and it was
yeah,
studded, and it was
hasn't.
brand new. And I'm
Yep.
like, why does this hurt so fucking much? And she's like, because it's brand new. And I'm like, okay. Whoosh, ah, shit. And it
Yeah,
had
she didn't know that she was going to be doing that.
no, it
She
was
like
my idea. Like, I'm not, don't get me wrong here. It wasn't, I'm not a victim. The Alex and I work this way. It's like, well, we have an idea. And then one of us, or usually me, is like, ooh, I have a way to turn it up a notch. And you're like, sure, because you're the idiot getting beat for an hour. Who cares? Yeah, fine.
yeah,
Dumbass. And then I had these heart shaped, there was a heart shaped crop and it had the little studs in it. And then that, like, I got beat on that all night. And then I went, I don't know. I just remember waking up the next morning and I looked in the mirror and it looked like an octopus, a couple of octopuses had fucked on my butt cheeks because all these different imprints, I have pictures of it. But the funny part about all that is it wasn't so much the ass whooping that I took that hurt. I was literally, that was my going away party to move to the East Coast, which required a 5,500 mile fucking road trip of my design with my 8-year-old daughter at the time. So the real funny part is me going on this route. I had picked a scenic route, like extra stops, and here I am. Like I hopped in my car and I'm like, ah, I'm like fuck me. I have to drive like this. I remember getting like we were at a campsite in Yellowstone, and Jessie sees my ass and she's like, that looks like it hurts. And I'm like, yeah, and she's like ah! Fucking scared everything in Yellowstone away, man. I screamed like a little girl. Like 3 days, man. My ass looked like there was some octopus shit going. It looked like octopuses. Yeah, that was a good show. And but those anyway, that's the kind of music that I like, and those are the kind of women that I like. I just don't date like the kind of women that I don't know about your lady, but I like rock and roll girls. I really love that look, but I can't find one that isn't on hard drugs. It just
sure.
doesn't happen. So I deal with I introduce music to cool chicks, and then those become my people. But I couldn't date a chick that was actually into this shit. Like I'm always scared that I'm gonna meet someone I'm really gonna like, and she's gonna be like, I'm a dominant, and I'm like, cool. And then the rest of my life I just have black eyes and shit, but I'm into it. Like
Yeah.
she makes me carry like a lunchbox from the second grade, like just because it makes me look like an idiot, like just things like that. Just degrades me a lot.
Oh,
But
you'd
I
look
like it.
adorable. That'd be so cool. You should do that.
I mean, if it's metal, I'm in. I
Yeah,
had a
you write
He-Man
Tony
doll.
on it, and carry
But
it
that kind
around.
of
It's got a
music,
little
that's
apple
what
in
it
it.
reminds me of. Just getting my ass whooped on stage. Just I like that shit until I'm getting beat.
Um, I'm not really. I don't so much like it. I don't mind being rough or whatever, but maybe like in intimate times you could get into it. But like, yeah, if the roles were reversed, I wouldn't have done it. It's just not, it wouldn't be my thing.
I don't do this for fun in the bedroom. I don't do any of that shit. If you fucking slap me, I'm calling the cops. Like we're not playing that shit. I'm not into it. It upsets me. It makes my dick sad when I get physically abused while having sex. Everything
Right.
must be caressed. I'm a gentle flower. But once in a while, you're like, I just need a stranger to beat the shit out of me. And if someone's watching and they're laughing, that's all the better. You just get to that point of fucked up. Like you're drinking, you're doing whatever. Next thing you know, you're like, someone needs to beat me. And then you're just tied up to a fucking dumpster behind 7-Eleven and some bum with one sneakers just beating you with your belt. You're like, what the fuck? I didn't mean you. You're just anybody. Anyway, I don't know what you guys are up to, but that was my Wednesday night.
That sounds far out, man. But LA Witch is cool.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This music reminds me of that. I wasn't off pace. They're awesome, and they remind me of getting my ass beat.
Right. No, man, I think that they'd be good. Good ass beating music if you're in the mood and you got some snakes crawling around. You wearing leather vest and a leather thong or whatever, that'd be itchy. But then taking a couple of hits, there's some wax everywhere,
Yeah,
be a good time.
that's neat.
Dancing around with a snake on you, and you're like, let's fucking do it.
Well, after your sperm comment, I like a picture as a big sperm snake. There's a snake body with a big goofy head.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Like from Beetlejuice. Remember when Michael Keaton when Beetlejuice he turns himself into a snake with a white face and ugly fucking.
Yeah, it's like that.
A sperm snake.
It's got teeth and weird lips and big yellow eyes. Yeah,
it'll get you pregnant, right?
Yeah, I like the party.
Talking about. Yep, that's what this music reminds me of. Getting beat with a chick with a sperm snake wrapped around her neck.
At least we have an imagination, Tony.
That's all I have. I barely have a fucking job, but I have an imagination.
Hey, say what you want about us, but both of us, but we got an imagination. That's for damn sure, right?
Oh shit! Well, I didn't grow up with an internet. I grew up with GI Joes, so imaginations wandered.
I hope everyone checked out LA Witch and this album was great, Play with Fire, but also you should check out their other record and their EP. They have another EP that's like a 15-20 minute album, and it's pretty good too. I think
this one's self-titled. This is their first self-titled full-length album. Okay, right here. And then fucking awesome. By the way, that car on the front, that's the car I had in high school. It looks like an El Camino.
Wait, you did?
Yeah, I had that car in high school.
What is it?
I think it's an El Camino. It looks like I had an 84 El Camino, and that's what that looks like.
Really?
Just wanted everyone to know.
LA Witch reminds me of this band that's from Portland. I know some of the members. I'm friends with two of them. They're an all-lady band, an all-female band, and they're called Blackwater Holy Light. And,
dude, I just saw them.
Oh, really?
They were at this festival, man. They were at Desert Days.
Oh, were they? Yeah.
That's fucking man.
I used to work with the awesome. Keyboard player and the bass player singer. I know both of them.
They're great.
The keyboard player is actually used to be a pretty good friend. Like, she's still a friend, but like we used to like hang out and work together and stuff. She's pretty rad. And they're a good band. You should check them out too.
So what did you have in mind for next week?
I should have picked them, but I didn't. But we'll just use that as a little caveat. Like also listen to Blackwater Holy Light. They're from Portland. They're really good. But it is time to it's about to end. So we will wrap it up with my pick to listen and to talk about next week. It is a group called the Devin Townsend Project. Devin Townsend is a guy. He's a musician. He's best known for the stuff he does currently and a band called Strapping Young Lad. And that he's probably most known for Strapping Young Lad. The name of the album is Epic Loud. And I'm going to throw in a little side project too. That album too. But also, if you go to YouTube and you type in EMG TV live recording of Kingdom, Devin Townsend, I also want you, Tony, and everyone else to watch this video because Devin Townsend and this album in particular is really great, but there is some extra performance that you don't get that he gives you in this video. It's called EMG TV, and he performs his song Kingdom. It's on the record. It's like track 7 on Epic Loud. I know this is a lot, but
I got it.
But the video is about 6 minutes long, and what it is, it's just him. It's not his band isn't there. It's all pre-recorded, and he's playing the guitar live, and he's singing. And just a little bit of background on Devin Townsend. He's He's best known for Strapping Young Lad. He's like he's a metal guy, but he also sang with Steve Vai. You know
Yeah,
Steve
yeah,
Vai?
yeah.
He also sang on a couple of his albums, I believe. I think there's like at least one, maybe more than one. And he's classic. He's a classically trained singer, like opera.
Whoa.
So keep that in mind when you listen to the record. And when you watch the video. It's metal, but it's also prog metal. It's like progressive metal. That's what it's called. And there's a lot of layers. Like one track, there'll be like a beautiful like lady singing with acoustic guitar, and then the next thing you know, it's just like fucking crazy metal that just happens. And it's like it's a lot to take in. So Tony, like, listen to it and then listen to it again, because you might be like, what the fuck is this? It might be too much for you. I would encourage you guys to listen to it more than once to try to like sink your teeth into it, because it's a lot. He throws a lot at you, and especially in the live recording on the EMG TV recording, it's a lot of layers of sound. He records something and loops it, and then starts playing something else, and then that's, all playing together, and it's just, yeah, it's great, but give it a chance because it's a lot of stuff to take in.
Right.
So, Devin Townsend, Epic Loud, and EMG TV recording of Kingdom. So that's it.
Got it, man. I'm in. I'd never heard of it, so this will be fun.
Yeah, I know it was a lot to take in. I just feel like you have to, when you're talking about Devin Townsend, you kind of have to unpack a lot because he's a complicated dude. So
fair enough, man. I'm in.
There we go.
Sounds good, dude. I appreciate the
Cool.
warning. Tony. Bueller. No, I get it. My week goes fast, but I'll do it. I'll do it twice.
Yeah, man. Well,
cool, all right, man. Well, that was fun. We did another one. Thanks for watching, gang.
Yeah.
However many of you are in our gang, thank you. Like us on Instagram, Titfoo69. Follow us there. Like us on YouTube. Like, follow, worship. Those are the three. That's our mantra.
Mainly worship.
So, like, follow, worship. That's right, just like Jesus. But no. Anyway, I'm done because I'm just gonna get into a hole here. Alex.
That's kind of our thing, though, right?
Yeah. Tony's getting out the shovel. No, fuck that. We're done gardening. All right, that was fun, kids. We'll see you next week. Can you tell me how to get? Bye. Wait, how do I? Oh yeah, I don't want to end all.